Okay. YouTube says that we are live this time. So, sorry I missed my stream this morning, guys. I am still learning how to use the difference between just going live on YouTube and scheduling a stream and then going live with it. And I forgot to hit the go live button in the top corner instead of just hitting start on OBS to launch the stream. So yeah, this stream is, 5 hours behind where it was supposed to be? But that's because I spent 2 hours this morning playing Rough Justice 84 myself, thinking I was streaming it. And then I went over and did my stream on the Dopey Kids channel when I did some chores around the house. And now we're back, right? So I ended up playing through the early game of this game already twice now, because this morning, about halfway through my stream, well, what I thought was my stream, the game had a fatal error and crashed. Now, keep in mind, this is an alpha demo version of the game, so unfortunately, game-breaking errors like that can occur. So it happened. I had to start over, but I was able to take what I learned that first time and use it to improve a second attempt. So this time, we're going to go through, we'll read the story. That way you guys know what's going on within the game as it starts. But then once I'm doing the questing within the game, I'm gonna move along quickly, explaining the mechanics and my personal opinion of it. So let's do this. So this will be about maybe 30 to 45 minutes where I'll be streaming this. Yeah, let's make this happen. Let's make sure my audio is getting picked up. Yeah, it is good. Because YouTube is saying my audio bitrate's at 0. But that is not the case. Alright, so new game. Yes, let's start a new game.
I remember like it was yesterday. We came up together. Jim was a rising star. He took me along for the ride. Corruption in the department was an open secret. No way Jim was gonna let it slide. Jim kept me on the straight and narrow. They can say what they want, but it was a setup. Simple as that. An honorable cop in Seneca? Jim never stood a chance. Prison couldn't have been easy, even for someone like Jim.
Today marks the day as Seneca City is named murder capital of the U.S.
I hereby declare that as of today, the Seneca Enforcement Act is in effect. As your new DA, I can promise you this. We will turn the tide.
In an unlikely turn of events, former super cop Jim Baylor has been exonerated.
It's good to see you, Jim. Sorry for the less than frequent visits.
Alright, first up, that intro bit. Fantastic. It really sets the mood for this game. And that you are playing the role of Super Cop, Jim Baylor. First thing when I get into the game, I see Kowalski and I go, Stargate? You know that reference? Then great.
People talk, you know? Can't give them the excuse. Not that I give a damn no more. I should have left after what went down. But life on the force is behind me. Independent now, just like I always talked about. Pension be damned.
Don't sweat it, Hank. Putting yourself on the line for me wouldn't have changed a thing.
Thanks, buddy. Means a lot. Like I was saying, I'm done with the Force. Have been for a while. Soon as they passed the SEA, every clown, ex-cop, ex-fed, ex-whatever was lining up to start their own agency. It was a real feeding frenzy, I'm telling you.
where does Hank Kowalski figure into all that?
I know you're the by-the-book guy, but I'm telling you, Jim, SEA really took the shackles off. Work to go around like you wouldn't believe, and carte blanche to lay down the law. Bounties, recoveries, security contracts, you name it. With the authority to bring in perps, asset recovery, access to warrants. It's wild, Jim. City's going to hell. But all that work? I had to take advantage. But you know as well as anyone, I ain't exactly the calm and rational type. Never been much of a diplomat either.
I think I know where this is going, Hank. Whose feathers did you ruffle?
Some of the types I had to deal with on agency biz really bent me out of shape. I maybe torched a few bridges.
I've known you long enough to know this isn't idle chit-chat. What's the pitch?
You got me. I need you, Jim.
Fine, I'll help you, for old time's sake.
I knew you'd come through. Like I said, bridges burned, yada yada yada. Long and short of it is, some big jobs fell through, and I'm short on rent for the office this month.
How short are we talking, Hank?
Short, but it doesn't matter. I've got a thing or two lined up. When they hear Jim Baylor's calling the shots, they'll eat it up.
Calling the shots?
Your name's clean now. Client don't like me, but with your face on the agency, that changes things. You pull off a few jobs that restores trust, you know.
This is a one-time thing, Hank. Alright, I feel like in your text you're missing the letter or A. This is one-time thing. Doesn't sound right. So I'd recommend checking that out, devs. This is one-time thing, Hank. For old time's sake, and sticking your neck out during the trial. Now, I thought earlier we just forgave him for not sticking his neck out during the trial, so this also kind of feels weird that we're saying he did stick his neck out during the trial. Maybe if in that intro video it showed, like, one cop, like, protesting Jim Baylor's, being brought down.
Office is just around the corner. It's a fixer-upper,
But it would explain why he's in this position now of just doing the private security for him instead of being a cop still.
Penny and Larry keep the lights on. They deserve better, but don't tell them that. The place would fall apart without their support.
Anyone who can put up with your nonsense is a special kind of person, Hank.
True though that may be, who can say no to this face?
Apparently not me.
Anyways, this is the agency. Not much to look at, I know, but like I said, it's a fixer-upper. In order to accept cases, you need to talk to case officers in the agency. Cases are tied to caseloads. A caseload consists of several cases. Case officers can give you caseloads, which consist of individual cases that need to be completed. All right, let's get the ball rolling here. Accept your first caseload.
Okay. A caseload is composed of a number of cases you need to complete in a limited time. Accept the caseload. So you only have a 3-hour window to accept the caseload, and then you'd lose access to it. In this case. So first we need to hire an agent, which actually I don't want to actually do that first. Alright, so I'm being forced into hiring an agent first. In the future, what you would want to do is not hire an agent right away if you had a choice. That, because I've already accepted a caseload, I should be able to see the cases on the board and then pick the agent that would best facilitate the cases that I get. What I'm looking for is the agent with the most skills that have them in 2. So I'd honestly probably want to go with Cheryl. She's got reflexes and perception in 2. The rest are all 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, and 3. The Belle is also a good secondary choice, but she doesn't have a lot of other skills at all. We need to be able to pass tier 1 skills as well as tier 2s. So we're going to start with Cheryl. What's her gear? She's got night vision, which gives her bonus to perception, so she can get up to 3 perception. And what you're playing with is a basic RPG stats of strength, intelligence, perception, dexterity, and charisma. But instead they're called reflexes and empathy. Up here in the top left, these are your action points. The action points are the amount of moves that you have before an agent returns to the, leaves you. You've got the cost for the agent here, how much money you currently have. You can read the backstory on the agents if you'd like, which I think is a wonderful touch. They have nicknames and their regular names, and then they also have gear. Gear has durability, and they give you bonus stats to skills. So in this case, she has 1 strength, she has 2 perception, and 2 reflexes, but she can 3 times have 3 perception. And the number of skills you have are the number of dice rolls that you get during missions. So we're gonna grab Girl. Now, these are the quests that we get. This is your starting location, is your office. And unlock additional agent slots here. These are permanent upgrades, but don't worry about this now. There are more pressing matters. These are the camera controls. Now, alright, let's pause the game. So as you can see, the board game map is quite a decent size. The amount of energy it takes to get to a task depends on how far away it is from your character's starting position. So if I were to go to this one, it costs 2 energy to be 1.3 miles away. Whereas if I clicked over to this one,
I need your best agent on
it's still only 2 energy, 1.8 miles. I thought that one would be a little bit further. Alright, so that's a tier 1, tier 1, tier 1, tier 1. So sometimes in your first caseload you can roll multiple tier 2s or tier 1s and tier 2s, but we rolled all tier 1s this time, which is, it's easier to complete this caseload, but you get less rewards for doing it. There are up to, I assume, 5 tiers within the system. And I'll explain the reason for that assumption later. So, when you go to complete a case,
I've heard good things about your agency.
what you're looking for, each case has its own story behind it for the reason why your agent needs to be at that location. But the important part is these highlighted words here, where it talks about at least quick reflexes or who's able to quickly comprehend. So the stats you're looking for is intelligence and dexterity, or reflexes. So because she has 2 in reflexes, I should be able to easily accomplish this. So we're gonna go ahead.
I hope you can help me with this.
That tutorial starting part's a little annoying at first, but here we go. Sending our agent, who's now driving to the site. Actually, second. My camera's a little bit in the way of important information, so I'm gonna go ahead and move that. 1 moment. There we go. Move myself over there for today.
Destination reached.
Alright, so now the agent's reached the destination. You have a set amount of time to click on the agent to accept the mission. Decision time. Choose the best course of action based on your agent's stats. Mouse over each option for more information. So what we're looking for is, so this one would be intelligence, but because we have no intelligence, that wouldn't be the choice we want to do. We want to go with the one that uses reflexes, which we have 2 stat points in. So tier 1 always has the same difficulty, 1 times success. Tier 2 requires 2, and in each case 1 dice with a result of 4, 5, or 6 is required in order to succeed. So because my reflex is stat at 2, this means I'll have 2 dice to roll. To increase my chance of success, I can use gear. Click on gear to choose an item. So I'm not going to use gear because I have a 75% chance to win this, just off of my 2 dice. Because all I need is one of them to show up as a 4, 5, or 6. So thankfully one of the dice rolled as a 4, so we have completed this mission. Now before or after any roll you can add an extra die by spending an action point. So if I wanted to, I could bring my action points down to 15 and buy myself another dice to have a chance at rolling that. The same as if I were to select at the beginning to use gear, that would give me an extra dice, but only before I roll, whereas the action point, I can spend only 1 action point to add an additional dice. So contract successful. So we made 90 cash off of that, which will go up into that top corner, top right corner for me.
Completed.
Now before your next case, you might want to send your agent to one of the shops to buy some gear. So I could buy additional gear. Agents can have up to 3 pieces of gear on them. There's locations around for different types of gear. Instead, I'm going to check
I've
what
heard
this
good
quest
things about your
requires.
agency. I hope you can help me with this.
Agents first in surveillance or persuasion. So that's going to use perception or empathy for these. So let's go ahead.
I've heard good.
Send
I've
my
heard
agent
on my
there.
way. Location reached.
Alright, so remember I said perception or empathy are going to be the 2 stats used. Let's investigate. Roll. And we won again by rolling a 4.
Contract done.
Alright, so I'm just going to quickly do the next couple contracts.
I've heard good things about your agency.
Silver
I hope
Tongue
you
or
can help
Iron
me with
Fist. So we do have strength of 1, so we could do that one, but let's check the other one first.
I need your best agent on this.
Charisma and Cat like
security detail.
reflexes, so that's going to use empathy and reflexes, so let's go do this
I
quest
need
next.
your best agent on this security.
Heading out now.
Now I'm a bit concerned that getting 4 tier 1s is not going to give me enough reputation for the next level with the case agent. But it will, because I only need 20 to level up. And that'll give me 20, because each one's giving me 5. As long as I pass all 4 of my starting cases, I'll be able to level up Hank and unlock the next agent tier. And as I complete each caseload, it's going to give me access to another case agent, which will give me access to more cases. Success.
Contract completed.
I've heard good things about your agency. I hope you can help me with.
Consider it done. I've arrived.
This one's risky. I only have a 50% chance, but if I have to, I'll buy another dice. There we go. We got it.
That's a wrap.
Alright, so caseload's been completed.
When enough reputation is gained with an individual case officer, rewards can be unlocked.
Hey, thank you. Dang it, I can't follow the stream now, but I'll check video after, but looks like you have everything in control. Hey, thank you. Yes, and I am giving feedback in this video as I play, so definitely be sure to check it out. Agent Tier 2 unlocked. A hireable agent pool has been expanded. Broaden your horizons and choose from a wider variety of agents.
Each case officer offers a specific type of contract. When caseloads are complete, running the agency is one thing. It's a dog. One way of doing this is to tackle operational lead. Each operation.
Alright, so we're going to talk about operational leads now.
Besides that,
And the 24/7s. Alright. So, from what we found, each case agent offers different types of cases. Hanks are security cases, and they typically can end up with higher difficulties. So, like, this caseload's gonna have 2 Tier 1 security cases and 2 Tier 2 security cases. So our higher leveled agents or higher skilled agents will be working on Hank's quests. Where we have 24/7 tiers, I'd get 2 24/7 Tier 1s. All these tend to be Tier 1 cases. They pay out less, but they're easier to level. These are typically where you run into more of the mini games early on, and are easier to level. The good things about these is they can occasionally give your agents back energy, which would allow you to then use that agent for a longer period of time. When it comes to the operations that Hank was talking about, you're going to get to Hank level 2 before you can unlock it. We just hit level 1, so we're going to need 30 more reputation with Hank before we can move on to that. So we're going to go ahead and accept both of these caseloads. That was 1, 2. Now let's look at what we got. These are pretty spread out. Very spread out. Bad roll here. Alright, pause time. Let's see here.
I've heard good things about your agency. I hope you can help me with this.
What would their way around locked doors mean? Oh, the lockpicking minigame. So we can either have somebody with empathy or do the lockpicking minigame for this Tier 2 one.
I've heard good things about your agency. I hope you can help
This
me
one's
with this.
perception or intelligence. So for the next load of cases, actually, we're pretty well off because I can do the lockpicking quest easily. You didn't just hear that, Rough Justice. Or, I should be able to do the perception one since I have the gear, so I have 3 dice roll on that. So my next agent that I'm going to unlock, let's go ahead and get them. What I can focus on instead of other stats is skills that I don't have with my current one, because mine has perception and reflexes at Tier 2. So I can go for this guy with 2 strength, 2 empathy, and he has gear, so he can have up to 3 empathy. That's really good. And he starts out with 16 action points, which is the highest next to this guy, which has nice audio pen. So either one of these would be really good choices, but since I already have a perception Tier 2, I'm gonna go with Willie as my backup guy. Alright, so... Nope, don't want to do that.
I've heard good things about your agency.
Why
I've
did
heard
it
good
close
things
that?
about your agency. I hope you can help me with this.
Alright, the double audio was a little bit annoying. Let's send her to
Rolling
do
out.
that. And we will, since it's so close to the office, we're just going to send him to do this.
I've heard good things about. I've heard good things about you.
On my way.
There we go. Alright, play. We're going to tackle the Tier 2s first.
I'm here.
Since it's a tier 2, I'm going to go ahead and use my night vision goggles and roll, because we need 2 dice to succeed on this one. And we did not. Unfortunately, it happens. It is a dice roll. This would actually be a really good roll if we were playing Yahtzee, but we're not. So then I would just need a 4 for a straight flush. 70% chance I failed. I got that 30%. Yeah, it happens. We failed this contract. Typically, we will lose money on higher tiered missions, so we're going to lose 75 of our 142.
The contract was unsuccessful.
Like I said, it happens. So a way to avoid that is to just ignore the tier 2 quests and tier 3 quests that you get early on and focus on the low tier, like the 24/7s or car dealership ones. So what I'm going to do is to do this, plus some heads or keen eye. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and send her over to do that.
Location reached.
Okay, and you've got the empathy. So you just get gear up. And hope this one goes better than the other one did. We got it. We almost crit success on that roll. Oh wait, we did get an award for that. Okay, cool. Oh, hello. This is cool. This is actually a really tough decision. Because we were doing a Hank quest, I don't know if this specifically reputation applies to the quest giver, to the case agent in this situation. I don't know if you can answer that, Rough Justice. If this specifically goes towards Hank, then I'm gonna want that 20 reputation, especially since I failed the other tier 2 quest. If not, if it's just overall reputation some way, then I'll either want to go with action points or the gear. So I'm going to assume that this applies to the case agent because that makes the most sense to me, and get that plus 20 reputation.
Contract completed.
So we can actually check on that real quick. Yep, so it did apply to Hank directly. So we only need 10 more reputation, which those 2 tier 1 quests will get us. And we'll hit them up to level 2, and then we'll be able to start working on operations. Very nice. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and send him now down to do the 24/7 quests.
I need your best agent on this security.
Consider it done.
You go work on that. Meanwhile, she's heading up here to work on this tier 1 quests. When we finish up another caseload, we'll be able to unlock the next case agent, which will give us the car quests, which are really good too for getting money.
I've arrived.
Alright, so we're going for the maintain posts. I'm gonna go ahead and gear up. I do not want to fail. Alright, got it.
Contract successfully completed.
On location.
I've heard good things about your agency. I hope you... Heading out now.
So we're gonna send her to do that last one. All the way down here. Begin. Alright, so what quest is this? Safe crack. Alright, the first time I did this, I did not understand it. It was quite difficult. But I get the concept behind it now, so it's a lot easier. I will try and talk it out while I'm doing it, so you understand what I'm doing with the numbers. Alright, so F equals 4. So F starts at 4. A plus F equals 7, so A has to be 3. And then we got A plus B equals 6, so B has to be 3. And then we've got D plus B equals 8, so D has to be 5. And then we got D plus E equals 9, so that has to be 4. And there we go. We have cracked the safe.
Contract done.
Alright, so let's go ahead and send him
I've
over
heard
here.
good things about your agency. I hope you can.
On it.
So we are going to unfortunately lose Shirley here pretty soon. She's going to run out of action points. But that's alright. We'll hire a couple of more agents soon.
I've arrived.
Alright, what do we got this one? Ah, the switches. This one's not as intuitive. You're just trying to figure out which switches get the power up to full. Gotta do a little bit of guesswork there. We got it. That was a lot easier than
completed.
any of the ones I've done before, though, so that was good. That also completes 24/7's caseload here. Gets it up to the next tier. So we're going to unlock the next gear tier in shops. And we've unlocked Penny. He deals with repossessed vehicles. We're going to go ahead and accept that caseload. Then head back to the office and accept this caseload. He's going to give us 4 tier 1 quests and 1 tier 2. Alright, so for the repossession one, you don't actually have to travel to this initial location, but you are going to roll the dice to see how many locations you might have to go to find the vehicle.
Here's the info on the vehicle.
So Clara Head is behind on payments over 77 Novelette Aurora Compact. We need you to locate and repossess the vehicle in question. You'll need an agent that's perceptive or perhaps capable of hotwiring a vehicle on the spot. Be advised the use of force, threats, or tricks during the repossession process are to be considered a breach of peace, which would nullify the possession. So you need somebody with perception or that can hotwire. I can hotwire. Locate the vehicle. Roll. Oh, terrible roll. So there's 4 possible locations that are going to show up on the map. So it could be at any one of these spots now. So we're going to go ahead and send Willie after these.
Here's the info on.
Heading out now.
Now, one of the issues that I ran into, Rough Justice, with this is that if you have multiple agents heading to different vehicle spots, if one of them finds the right spot and gets the car, the other agent, no matter how far away they are still going to be locked on and forced to head to that other location, even though you've already completed the quest. I can understand the idea behind locking them in, like, you've made this choice, this is where you're going. But when there's multiple options to completing a quest, it would be nice if you could, like, radio them and be like, hey, you don't need to go look for the vehicle anymore, we found it. Just for these particular types of quests. A way to back out of it would be nice, change direction.
Location reached.
Seneca General is a large and busy hospital. Alright, so we're going to use our perception again. We'll go ahead and just roll it as is. Actually, yeah. There we go.
Contract done.
I was going to use my last of my, my perception, my night visions. So we got plus 17 reputation there. But because we already had 20 from that bonus that we got, the crit roll, that gives us 37. So we're going to hit level 2 plus a little bit. So now we're going to get 2 tier 1s, 2 tier 2s, and 1 tier 3 next time we work for him. And we can also start the operation. I'm not going to start the operation yet, though. I want to level up a little bit more. And one of the ways we're going to do that is we're going to send her to do 24/7 missions. Reason is that she can recover some of her action points from doing them.
I need your best agent on.
Consider it done.
So hopefully we can hold on to her for longer. I love this music for the
Vehicle
game.
whereabouts unknown.
Okay, so that one didn't
Here's
work.
the info on the
Rolling out.
Come to this one.
The vehicle is not on site.
destination reached.
That one wasn't it.
Here's the info.
On my way.
I don't like is it's using up an action
The
point every
license plate
time.
matches. This must be the vehicle.
Okay, so we found it. First, let's do hers. Photo fit. Oh, this is a fun one. Press the suitcase on the upper left hand. New feature. You know me so well. Thank you. Alright, again, the slice is to find the target in the database. Alright. Got it.
Contract completed.
So if you press the suitcase, that'll allow you to... Oh, give me a moment, I'll look into that. Alright, we're gonna hotwire this car. Three, 2, 5, 3. Or 2, 5. Go.
That's a wrap.
Hey. Her caseload complete. Plus 7 reputation. So with these, where you're only getting one at a time. Thank you. Thank you. So these, where you're only getting it one at a time, you progress leveling up Penny's quests much slower. But the monetary benefit you get from it is much higher. So running these quests are really nice for the money. Alright. So, with her, I've only got 3 energy still. I'll just use her up on these quests. We don't have quite enough money to push it.
Your
Just need perception.
confidentiality is of the
Perceptive.
utmost importance on this.
We're going for this.
Your confidentiality is of the utmost. On my
Only
way.
costs 1 energy to get there. We'll have Willie keep working on the car vehicle one.
Will you be able to locate this vehicle?
Let's see. Come on, good roll, good roll, good roll. Yes, only 2 possible locations this time.
Will you be able to locate this vehicle?
Heading out now.
Okay. What you're saying is that if I hit the briefcase, I can see what I'm actively... or what I've completed for each one, so I can see the progress on the tiers. Operation 1 is unlocked. Yeah, I saw that it's unlocked. I'm just waiting till I can get another agent before I start it. So I want to save up some money first.
On location.
Perception, tier 2. So we're gonna go ahead and use the last of the gear and hope that we get this one. Yes, barely. Just barely. 38 bonus
I don't know
13.
how much longer I can keep my eyes open.
But she's only got 1 energy left. Can I get to here with 1 energy?
I've heard good things about your agency. I hope you can help me with this.
That will cost 2. Can we get to here with
I've
1?
heard good things about your agency. I hope you can help me with this.
Yes, we can.
Consider it done.
Alright, so we're going to finish her off using that quest. It shows an overview of what is on the board. Once you do demos. Okay. So the operation is... Completing the operation is the demo. Is when where the demo ends currently. Well then, I'm never doing the operation. Then you can't end my demo playtime.
Vehicle located.
Alright. Wait, what? Why would I have to use logic? That's just rude. I want to hotwire it. Alright, whatever. Your add to logic? No, it's the empathy. That's right.
Contract failed.
Can't believe I failed a repossession contract. That hurts.
Destination reached.
That hurt. Could have read that. Alright, where's the...
Here's the necessary information on the vehicle.
Come on, good roll. Four possible locations, and where are they? All the way on the other side. It's rough. Alright, let's see here. Perception. Got it.
I need a rest.
Yep, that's fine. You go rest. End your shift. New agent time. Let's see what we got on the board. Slick's looking pretty good. Yeah, we're going with Slick. There's no quests for him to do. So now that Willie's down to 9 energy and he's far away from any quests, I'm gonna go ahead and start having him do the 24/7 quests. What does this require?
Your confidentiality is of the utmost importance on this investigation.
Silver tongue. So he would be able to do it with his empathy. So we're gonna send him over here.
Confidentiality.
On it.
And then we'll have Slick work on the car.
Here's the necessary
Consider it done.
This music right here just makes me think Mass Effect. Like, I like the beat because of the 80s vibe, but Mass Effect stole this to me, and now it's like a sci-fi beat.
Negative on the vehicle location.
Here's the necessary information.
On it. Destination reached.
Alright, we're going geared up on empathy. We got it. Job.
Contract successfully completed. I've heard good things about your agency. Rolling out. No sign of the vehicle.
Oh, there's a tier 3
I'm
way
here.
down there. Oh, wow. There's some contracts tucked way back here. I didn't even notice. This
I've
require
heard good things
empathy?
about your agency.
It does. Do I still have a gear use? Yes, I do. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Slick, need to continue on the car stuff.
Here's the necessary information on the vehicle.
On my way.
X-ray time, and this is why I should have been a TSA agent. X-ray tier 1, contract successful.
Contract done.
I don't know if I want to send them all the way over there right away. I'll have them finish off the 24/7s that are over here, and then we'll send them down that way.
I've heard good things about...
Heading out now. Suspect's vehicle located.
Okay. So he can do it with perception or empathy, so let's go ahead and find the keys. Wow. There we go.
Contract completed.
Had me worried there. I do like this though, so you can see what you got. That's nice. Our TSA is hiring. Yeah, it was a potential job career for me at one point. My dad works for Homeland Security at airports, and I ended up working for Comair, which was an airline contractor that handled Delta, Northwest, and Continental flights. So I used to work at the airport. I would operate the ticket counter, work at the gate, bring in the planes and push them out to the runway, and also clean planes late at night. And unload baggage. That was not fun, the baggage unloading. That was a good workout, though. It's in my jeans. Yeah. But no, instead I went with being a mailman. Still a general service, though, so I'm happy with it. Alright, so...
Let me know when you've located the vehicle.
That's what we get for the roll on a vehicle. Another 4 location 1, and they're all up here, huh? Alright, well, I want to focus on this stuff first.
I've heard good things about your agency. I hope you can help me with this.
Surveil, so perception or crack some heads. Perfect. Slick will fill that role.
I've heard good things about...
Rolling out.
Nicely. Yeah, I might do that, since you said the operation, once I do that, the demo ends. I might just max out all 3 of these case agents and then just do the demo. Or the operation. I don't know, we'll see though. The car one is not that easy. But now that we have enough money, let's get another agent. We've got the most skills. Alright, so Buster, you're gonna go deal with the cars.
Let me know.
Heading out now.
I've arrived.
Oh, just the first operation lead demo? Okay. I can collapse all of the... You mean by, like, doing it this way?
That's a wrap.
Okay. Interesting. That's cool, because then you just, like, follow them. I like that, but I also like to... I'm constantly checking the stats on each of them. I kind of like this way as well, but I understand once you get enough agents, like, this is not practical.
Destination reached.
So he needs to crack some heads here. Success.
Contract done.
I need your best agent on this security detail.
Gamma minus, huh? We're currently developing a software solution that would allow criminal forensic units to make a mold or print of a shoe and then compare it to standardized models. Okay, so this is the mini game where you're checking out the shoe.
I need your best.
Vehicle whereabouts unknown.
Let me know.
Consider it done.
There.
I've heard good things about you. On it.
Go there. Experimented with 10, which is a lot to handle. Definitely understandable.
On location.
I did notice that from your trailer, all the little agent heads running all over the place. Definitely gets difficult tracking all of them, but it definitely keeps the action going then, because you're constantly just... Every time you're done with a quest and you're sending the agent to the next one, as soon as you hit unpause, another agent's reached another location. This game definitely has some awesome potential for being able to continue to develop it with these mini games and different ways that you can add on to it. It's really cool. And I love the training center. Just I'm never telling you if I beat another one on max difficulty. Alright, I'm doing that off stream. I'm not reporting it.
Contract
I don't need you
successfully
making it any
completed.
harder. I'm only good at a couple of them. Alright, so tier 3. What's this one in tier 3
I've heard
of?
good things about your agency. I hope you can help me with this.
Empathy and reflexes. So we need to send Willie to attempt that one. What's he doing right now?
Location reached.
He's doing this mission. Okay. Like this, for example, this is one of the mini games that I have the most trouble with. Is the VCR tracking. It's not very intuitive as to when you're at the right spot compared to a lot of the others. Like this first one's the easiest because you're just finding where you get the signal of the show. Second one, I'm not quite sure how to tell. I think it's just like this, right? This one. Got it. Whew. That one's not quite as easy to figure out. Clients pleased with their work. Awesome.
That's a wrap.
Alright, so we need to send Willie here to go attempt
I've heard
this
good
tier
things
3.
about your agency.
On my way.
Because he can get the tier 3 empathy with his gear. Something I haven't really looked into much, and I probably should be, is looking at the gear for sale. So I'm guessing there's gear that gives more than just +1 to stat. Yeah, so like +3 to dice. Wow. Is that +3 to like the face value of a die, or is that +3 dice that you can roll? If so, damn. But yeah, they're all just +1 to stat, huh? Dice success. This stat updates the success minimum value of the added dice. Okay. So +3 to the success minimum value. So whatever you roll it as, then you add 3 to it. Could this be... Does this affect crit rolls then? If you hit 6 or higher then with the dice success roll of your gear? So that's interesting. We got here. Look into which ones are best with certain... Hey, look! Perception +2. So you can get some gear that add more than one roll. So if I get this and give it to him... Do you have to physically send the agent to get the gear? Ah, yes. Okay, so you select the items, then you have to send your agent to the shop directly. Like, does it have to be the same agent, though?
The vehicle is not on site.
So if I were to send him to here, buy this, could I then give it to Willie? Let's test that out. Go to shop.
Roll it out.
Ah, yeah, so the gear is automatically added to their inventory. So it's gonna end up in his inventory.
Contract completed.
It's not who I wanted to get that to necessarily. I mean, it works because he can now have Perception 4 as well.
I've arrived.
So let's give him the bonus and accept the quest. We're just gonna go ahead and use the energy to get that 4th dice. We have a 30% chance at winning this roll. Let's see how it goes. And we failed, because we needed 3 die to come up as green. That's okay.
Contract failed.
That at least
We'll have to do
finishes
better
the
next time.
caseload for him. And because of the ones we succeeded at, we still get plus 23. Which will put us at 30 reputation. Damn, plus 65 reputation with Larry? That almost bumped me up 2 tiers. Alright, so I have been going for an hour, even though originally I said I'd only go for like 30 to 45 minutes. But I'm having fun, so it's whatever. But I am going to go ahead and just start working on the prospect then.
Remember the Black Valkyries? Biker gang. Probably not, as they were small time when we rumbled with them back in the day. Well, apparently now they're the big kids on campus. Sudden influx of cash and a ton of new members. Feels off to me. Used to be they'd stick to the outskirts, but lately they've been absorbing smaller crews and making moves in the city. They're operating hard and heavy, raids and killings against other gangs. Gone from skirmishes to out-and-out turf wars. I don't know where they're suddenly getting all this cash, but it don't bode well for the city. According to a buddy of mine on the force, a former Black Valkyrie chump by the name of Zippy is in hot water over a traffic stop. Zippy crashed his ride during a delivery for the Valkyries and lost whatever he was carrying. Cops show up, he sees red, and ends up spending the night in a cell, and his chopper becomes collateral for the bail money. You ask me, he's a good in for the Black Valkyries. Might give us a bit of insight into how they're expanding so quickly. A loser like Zippy lives for his bike, and will probably do just about anything to get it back. He's no fan of the law and no doubt susceptible to acts of generosity, so a softer approach might get his tongue flapping. Send over a suitable agent.
Alright. So, we're going to want to send over a suitable agent. That scares me every time. We're going to want smart, chatty, and perceptive. I don't think we have anybody who fits all of that. Except for possibly Buster, especially now that he has the high perception gear. So that's what we'll do. We'll send Buster over here to do this quest. So why not? And do we have more 24/7s left? We got 2 somewhere on the map. One of them's hiding underneath that quest.
I need your best agent.
Heading out now.
Guessing Willie there. And then Slick. What could he work on? This quest.
I've heard good things about your agency. I hope you can help me with this.
Intelligent and perceptive. He would have a can of pop. This empathy. We do go in the interrogation room and give him a can. Use Q&E to rotate the map. Yeah. I did that before because one time I was scrolling and the game bugged out and I got stuck off to the side of the map. So I had to rotate in order to be able to see my agent to accept the quest. It was perfectly fine after that. I don't know why it got stuck at that moment, but yeah, it happened. Oh, made it work.
I've heard good things about your agency.
Perceptive.
I hope you can help me with this.
So we have empathy, intelligence. I don't want to do a tier 3 with that. He only has 2-tier perspective. So we are gonna go to... Actually, I mean, we could get gear to increase his perceptive right here. Get either one of these would be nice. And then we could send Slick to go to the shop and get it.
Consider it done.
And then he could go try this tier 3.
On location.
I mean, I can't help it. I play a lot of turn-based strategy, so I like to pause and think out what I'm gonna do next. Change the camera angle if you like, yeah. Alright, safe cracking, here we go. This stuff's fun. E equals 0. So therefore, E plus A equals 1 means A is 1. A plus B equals 5, so B is 4. B plus F equals 6, so F is 2. F plus C equals 7, so C is 5. We got it. I think I could buy up to 3, right? I think the tutorial said I could get up to 3 items at once. But I assume because I already have 1 gear in this character's inventory, then I would only be able to get up to 2, because you can only have up to 3 gear on a character. I think that's what you were trying to say, is I could buy 2 of them at once, because I had 1 on them. The only reason I don't want to bother buying 2 at once is because I only have 10 action points with them, so I can't imagine getting another item on top of his... Oh, this has only got a durability of 1, so I guess it wouldn't matter. But spending money on items that I end up not being able to use or run out of actions on them doesn't feel good.
Contract done.
But that's just the hoarder in me. I'm that kind of Skyrim player or Fallout, you know, player that would just hoard all the health pots and never use them. I can't help it. Yeah, so this is the second time this has happened to me today, unfortunately, where the game has fatal error crashed. So I'm gonna have to call it here, but I do love this demo. Hopefully you can figure out what's causing these crashes, and I'm looking forward to the full game as well. And getting that written review done for you pretty soon here. I'll be working on that this week now that I've played through the game a couple of times, or at least the demo of the game. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you for hanging out with us, Rough Justice. You guys are fantastic, and I love what you've created so far. Have a good one.